In this video we're going to be talking about these, the Hoka Clifton number 9. What is up everybody and welcome back to 40 Runs and our performance review of these, the Clifton 9. Now before we do anything, I want you to go into the comments and tell me, did you get the Clifton 9 and how have you found the wear and tear? Okay, right, so if you're new to 40 Runs, a performance review is basically, we've gone and done the first impressions video, which is like 3 runs over 20 miles, and then I basically run the shoe for a couple of weeks, months, years, however long it's taken me to do the next video. We put a lot more miles through it, we've got a lot more wear and tear, and I report back. Right, got it? Okay, good. Now, firstly, let's do stats and features real quick, because you maybe didn't see the first video. We've got £130, although I've seen it cheaper than that. We've got increased stack of 2 mils, so we've got 31 in the heel, 26 I think in the front. We've got a new EVA foam that's softer and upgraded, let's call it. It's definitely more rockered in terms of the feel, but yeah, overall sensation is softer. We've got a new upper on the shoe. What else? It's 266 grams in my UK 9.5, and one of the biggest takeaways from the first video is you've got to watch your sizing. Right, I don't think I could have done that any quicker, but what I'm talking about in terms of the sizing is when I first put them on, they were a little bit tight. They did come to me, but I think you guys have got to be aware that if you're buying the shoe, watch your sizing, especially if you've got a wider foot. Now, I did say in the first video the shoe's very vanilla, although I thought it was better than I was expecting, and that's still very much the case. Right, so for me, the shoe's just slotted into the rotation quite easily because I've been wearing it to work. It's a very comfortable shoe just to walk about in and then like pop out and do 3-4 miles, and that's where I've been mainly using the shoe. I've not been down the canal and towpaths really in it since we did the first impressions video. It's been doing a lot of miles in London on the tarmac, and it's just been absolutely fine. But it's not an out and out running shoe, if that makes any sense. Probably not. So let me try and explain it. Some shoes you just get along and they're just really comfortable to sort of just live in, and it's one of those. Like I said, I'm wearing it to work, I'm commuting in it, then I'm popping out, doing 3 or 4 miles in it at lunchtime, then I'm like commuting home in it, and then I've got a club session, I'm then putting on a proper running shoe, so whatever that be, whether it be a Saucony Speed 3 or whatever, it depends on what I'm doing. But that's where the shoe is kind of fitting in and working for me, and that's the sort of view I've got on the shoe still. It's very much a vanilla shoe, it's very much of a plain shoe, but it does everything that I want out of it pretty well. The ride is definitely softer and I like it. It's a rockered shoe, so you do get that heel to toe transition. I'm not doing anything particularly fast in it, although I am licking along on some of the runs. But it's just a shoe that I can just go out, like I said, and grab 3 or 4 miles at lunch. I think at £130, or as I said, it's under cheaper. It offers reasonable value. The upper's good. It's comfortable. Yeah, and it's okay. Now the outsole, and it's not going to come out very well because it's black, is not brilliant. I would say that, I've got no idea exact miles on the shoe, but it's over 50 miles, and it's probably less than 100 miles. Yeah, it's definitely less than 100 miles thinking about it. But it is, you're not going to see it, but it's burnt out here. This EVA here is gone already, which is not brilliant. The rubber bits are okay, they've still got plenty on them in the scheme of things compared to what I was thinking, but it's still not brilliant. Yeah, I just get a little bit annoyed with Hoka shoes because it's not going to come out, but they just burn out really easy. Although you will get longer than you think in them. I remember I had a pair of Mach 4s which had that exposed EVA outsole, and it was, you think you're really chewing it up, but it's got plenty of life in it. But I just see that and it just annoys me. That's the only thing that really lets the Hoka shoes down compared to like something like Puma. Because Puma grip's awesome, right? And it will last you forever, and you're going to get the shoes a lot cheaper. So I think let's try and conclude the video real quick. So I still stand by my Versus video, which I think the Nova Blast 3 is a better shoe and the Triumph 20 is a better shoe. The Clifton 9 is not a bad shoe. I like it more than I expected. It's doing a good job for me in terms of, wearing it to work, running, coming home. It's doing fine. Is it a shoe that I put on specifically because I really want a good run or anything like that? No, I put it on because I can just put it on to work and go to work, be comfortable, and sort of do a quick run, job done. So it's fine. It's a livable shoe, but it's not, in my mind, an out and out running shoe. And that's the thing. I just think there's better daily trainers out there. There's more exciting shoes to be wearing if you really want to get after it. There's just better shoes out there nowadays. That's the thing. The Clifton, when it came out originally, was like a trailblazer, but now, unfortunately for Hoka, there's just better daily trainers out there. I think the Nova Blast 3 is a classic example of it. It's a fun shoe. It's an exciting shoe. It just makes you feel a little bit more awesome. And that's the thing. When the Clifton originally came out, it was very much in its own sort of space. But now there's so many shoes in this area that are just better and offer a more interesting package. So yeah, look, there you go. That's it. I've been, I would say, I'm not surprised by the Clifton 9, but it's definitely better than I thought it would be when we first got it, and it's definitely slotted into my life and my rotation more than I was expecting. Mainly because of its ability to be comfortable when I'm going on the train and going to work and then running at lunchtime. So there you go, that's it. Clifton 9, it's better than expected. The wear and tear is not brilliant. It's better than version 8, but I do think you're still better off probably getting something like the Nova Blast 3.